Why build your own home when you can purchase a ready-made house from a developer? Here are 9 reasons you might want to consider. Many people are left in a dilemma when it comes to deciding whether they should buy a house from a developer that meets to their wants or needs, or choose to take the long, more difficult route of appointing an architect to assist them in the design, planning and eventual construction of the house. There is no one-size-that-fits-all type solution, but perhaps these are the questions you need to ask yourself before you make the decision. 1. Custom design. Do you need to have a house that is custom designed to your own requirements? For example, the number of rooms required, the size of the master bedroom wardrobe, whether you would like a bathtub or jacuzzi, a navy room, a studio-type private study, a gym or a kitchen designed according to your cooking style and requirements? It is no doubt it would be almost impossible to find a ready-made house that fits all your needs. You may however find one that has got some or most of your requirements, but never one that has been built according to your lifestyle. Quite often people buy a ready-made house and adapt their lifestyle to suit the house. 2. Selection of finishes and fittings. Many new houses by developers come with relatively good quality finishes. However, as these houses are built for the masses, the selection of finishes are usually quite basic, in the sense that the tile selection and colors are usually quite neutral that would generally be acceptable to the masses. They however lack character or personalization that an individually custom designed house can give you. At the time of the signing of the sales and purchase agreement, the specifications offered by the developers are usually quite generic, like quality tiles, quality sanitary fittings, quality lock sets, timber door, etc., and they do not give the specific finishing that will be provided. Therefore, when the house is eventually completed, you may find the finishes and fittings are not to your liking and you end up doing major renovation works. 3. Identical designs. In most housing developments, the houses have a similar layout and design for each phase of the development. This is due to the economy of scale. Similar designs means that the contractor will be able to construct the works at a lower cost due to savings in formwork, ease of construction, and discounts for bulk purchase of material. This is why a developer-built house will always be cheaper than a custom-made one, but the client has no say in terms of the design or look of the house, and your neighbor will have one exactly like yours. 4. Variation and changes. Once the sales and purchase agreement is signed, the house will usually be handed over to the purchaser within 24 months, or depending on the terms in the agreement. Should you want to make minor changes to suit your requirements, you are not able to get the developer to make these changes for you. Your only alternative is to wait for the completion of the works and then appoint your own contractor to carry out the renovation. In a custom-designed house, you can always ask your architect to make the necessary changes you need before or even during construction to accommodate your new requirements. This will save you both time and cost compared to a house purchased from a developer. 5. Future-proofing the house. For many people, their home may be the only home they will invest in for their lifetime, so it is difficult to anticipate on how to future-proof the house. One example is in a multi-story house, the clients may not need a lift because they are still fairly mobile. However, things can change in the future and a need for a lift may arise. In the case of a developer-purchased house that does not come with a lift, it will be very costly and difficult to retrofit to accommodate a lift. In most of our custom-designed houses, the architect can plan ahead and provide any future-proofing that may be required. 6. Privacy. In a standard house purchased from a developer, all the units come with standard designs. The house orientation, position of windows, courtyards, etc. do not take the neighbors into consideration, as every unit is identical. In a custom-designed house, we can consider the house orientation to the neighbors and design the house such that the pool, for example, is not open to the prying eyes of the neighbor, and the large glazed doors of the dining room can be designed in such a way to create the needed privacy. 7. Building orientation. The houses found in most developments are usually not designed to a specific orientation, as they are laid out according to the street layout and may face any particular direction. This means there is little control to cut off the heat from the evening sun, for example. They can't take advantage of views, as each unit is designed with similar windows and may or may not have a good view to take advantage of. A custom-designed home, however, can be designed to reduce windows facing east and west to reduce solar gain, or the architect could specifically integrate sunshade louvers or screens to reduce direct sunlight entering the building. Windows could be orientated to capture the prevailing breeze or capture a particular view, or the bedroom could be placed away from possible noise sources, etc. And of course, not forgetting one important aspect that Malaysians are quite particular about: the feng shui requirements of the house. All this can be planned and integrated with the design to meet the client's requirements. 8. Sustainable features. Most developers do not provide green-rated homes due to additional costs, therefore it is not an option you can choose to have. In a custom-designed house, you can decide how green you want the house to be. You can choose, for example, to have inverter-type air conditioning or green-certified timber flooring or adhesives and paints that are low in VOC. The level of sustainable features depends on one's budget and how green they would like their homes to be. Very few developers provide these features, and they are not something that could be easily added on after moving into the house. 9. Choice of electrical systems. With the advent of technology, there are many options you can choose to make your house more high-tech. With smart home systems, for example, you can control the lighting, air conditioning, motorized curtains, and the type of music you want to listen to, etc., virtually at any part of the house. Other important aspects like security and the provision of CCTV, high-speed internet Cat6 cables, lightning arresters and surge protectors, etc., usually do not come standard in many developments. These by no means are cheap features to have, and therefore developers very rarely provide them, and should you want to add this on later, it would mean hacking the walls and redoing all the wiring works, which can be an expensive and messy affair. Summary and conclusion. The above are some of the main points to consider before making your decision on whether to purchase a house from a developer or to get a custom-designed one. Should the above issues not really matter to you, then a developer-built house is the obvious preference. However, if most of the above do matter, then it is worth considering a custom-designed house by an architect who will be able to advise you on all the aspects and choices you have on the issues highlighted above, to make your decision on the final outcome of your dream home. Thank you for watching our video, and if you would like more information, do visit our website at www.mchkanny.com or subscribe to our channel by clicking the icon.